Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.
Welcome everybody, welcome to another episode of Sharing. I'm your host Bruce Morrow. As you walk in, as you get in here, as you're watching later on, as you sharing, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button so we can grow. The channel can grow, and we can reach more viewers. Maybe some haters, but we have more subscribers, more likes. More likes, always welcome, always welcome. So we had a decent show tonight, wherever you are. We're gonna talk about Jonathan Kuminga. Why is he not signed yet? What are the Warriors doing? Is Kobe Bryant overrated? We've been hearing a lot of Kobe Bryant lately. Is he overrated? Is he just rated, or is he underrated? WNBA. It's going right now. All-Star Reserve were chosen. But there is something looming. Will there be a lockout next season? So we'll talk about all of those. So sit down, grab a drink, tea, water, no sugar added juice, no sugar added ginger ale, because that's what I drank. And let's enjoy this time that we're gonna spend together. Kuminga. There's two teams that I watch. It's the Warriors and the Clippers. So I've seen the Clippers make some moves. They acquired Brook Lopez. They traded Norman Powell. So they acquired John Collins. So practically every team's made a move, but there's one team who has made a move yet this offseason. It's the Golden State Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga is a restricted free agent. Restricted free agent means that he can talk to another team, and if the other team give them an offer, Warriors can match them or just let Kuminga sign with the team. Couple weeks ago, I think I said that last week too. I said that Jamari Smith Jr. re-signed with the Rockets for $20 million a year for like 4 or 5 years. Naz Reid signed for $22 million a year for 4 or 5 years. I said both players are better than Jonathan Kuminga. But since last season, Warriors offered Kuminga a deal. I think it was like around that money. But he didn't want to sign. He bet on himself. But what he didn't expect was, because he thought he was gonna have a better year than last season. He had a decent season last year, even if the Warriors didn't make the playoff. But Kuminga had a decent season last year. But this season, he had a rocky start. got hurt, a couple of times, and Warriors traded for Butler. And Butler and Kuminga practically, they kind of play the same, but Butler plays smarter. He's a veteran. Kuminga is only 22 years old. Kuminga wants $30 million a year. I don't think that the Warriors want to give Kuminga $10 million a year. I watched Kuminga play since he came to the NBA, since the 21-22 season. The best thing about Kuminga is he's very athletic. Downhill, very good. To me, he's still very raw. A lot of Warriors fans think that Kuminga is going to be Kawhi Leonard. I don't see that. Kawhi Leonard, when he got to the NBA, he was already good defensively, and he got better offensively. Kuminga is not. He's okay defensively. He's okay offensively. Defensively, some nights he wins matchups, some nights he does not win matchups. He bites all the time on pump fakes. Offensively, you can tell he's been watching a lot of Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan highlights. He wants isolation on the block a lot, and he does not move the ball. So he tried to do the fadeaway, I guess, because he said it himself. He watched a lot of Kobe. That's when he started to learn to play basketball, because he's from Congo, I think Congo, right? From Africa, and that's where he learned. I mean, he didn't play basketball very early. I think it was in late teens. So his fundamentals are very limited to me. So he has clashed a couple times with Steve Kerr. And a lot of Warriors fans, maybe they're right, maybe they are wrong, think that Steve Kerr is not helping Kuminga to develop. And Steve Kerr has hinted or mentioned why sometimes he has trouble with Kuminga. Why sometimes Kuminga is benched is because efforts. And I kind of agree with Steve Kerr. I've seen so many times Kuminga is just ball watching. Ball watching, just standing there and not trying to make an effort to grab the ball, to get offensive rebounds. And sometimes I get frustrated when I'm watching Kuminga because I don't see any efforts. But I see the potential. If he gets it together, I think Kuminga could be an all-star. And Kuminga, at the end of the season, said at the end of the season press conference, said he hasn't gotten the opportunity to learn, to gain experience in playing, get a lot of minutes. I kind of agree with him, but he came to a team that was already established. The team already has Steph Curry. The team already had Draymond Green. The team already has had Klay Thompson. Even though Klay Thompson he's not a Warrior anymore. He's a Maverick since last season. Kuminga is still raw. He's only 22 years old. 22 years old. Even Kobe Bryant, when he got into the NBA, for example, there are some players. Some coaches, they don't trust young players. I think Steve Kerr is doing what Dale Harris is doing to Kuminga, what Dale Harris did to Kobe Bryant. I'm not saying that Kuminga will be Kobe Bryant, even though Kuminga said his favorite player is Kobe Bryant. But I want Kuminga to stop trying to get highlights. I think the way he plays, he's trying to get highlights. He thinks that I like people having confidence, but he needs to work on his. I think he needs to work on his post game and get a mid range. He tried a couple times shooting, but when I'm watching his workouts in the summer, all he does is shooting threes and trying to learn how to shoot free throws. And he struggled in the season shooting free throws. If he makes one, he's missed one. So I think Golden State Warriors is not signing anybody because they're trying to wait on Kuminga. So to me, whether he stays or not, it's fine with me. I think Kuminga, I hope he knows what he's doing, because if he goes to another team that is terrible, his career is gonna spiral, and it's not gonna be as great as he thinks. Because look at Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was traded from the Warriors, went to the Wizards. I know that it's not his fault, because he was punched. But everybody said Jordan Poole was gonna be a star, all-star. It's gonna lead the league in scoring. And look at the Wizards. The last 2 years, Jordan Poole hasn't done anything for the Wizards and was traded to the Pelicans. So Kuminga, you're not gonna. If I'm the Warriors, I'm not signing you for 30 million. I'm not signing you. You're not worth 30 millions. You need to work on your IQ. You need to work on your post game, work on your free throws, and have a decent three-point shooting. Three-point shooting, but don't rely on three-point shooting too much. Have a mid-range. Look at SGA. Mid-range and 275. Wait, he's gonna make like 75 million a year. Wow, that's crazy. So because they're waiting on Kuminga, a lot of free agents who might play for the Warriors are waiting too. You have Melton. Melton was on the Warriors last season, but he got injured and was traded to the Nets for Schroeder, who the Warriors traded Schroeder to Detroit in order to get Butler from Miami. That was funny. So Al Horford, who's 750 years old, is just waiting to see about the deal. Maybe the Warriors are just waiting for Kuminga. But Hollowford is considering retirement, so we'll see what happens. So he's just in wait game for Kuminga. Big Kobe Bryant fan. Speaking of Kobe Bryant, is Kobe Bryant overrated? I remember the first time I saw Kobe Bryant, I was in high school. Funny thing is, when you're a child and you see, sometimes you are, should I say dumb or stupid? I don't like to use those words. Sometimes you're naive. And I used to confuse Eddie Jones and Kobe Bryant. I thought they were the same players when I was watching basketball as a child in Haiti. Until Eddie George had like a mustache and he smiled, and I saw the front teeth. I'm like, oh, there's two different players. I didn't really pay attention to the numbers. I was watching like their face. So that was the first, because they both had no hair, and then Kobe Bryant started to grow the hair, and then that's like, oh, okay, that's Kobe Bryant. When I watched Kobe Bryant the first time, I was a huge Michael Jordan fan. And I was like, why is this kid copying Michael Jordan? He's doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, it reminds me of Michael Jordan. And because I still am a Michael Jordan fan. Most of the time, I'm a fan of basketball players, their own court. I don't care about off court. I'm on court. So I'm a Michael Jordan, the basketball player fan. I'm not saying what off the court, I'm not a fan of Michael Jordan. I don't care about what I'm saying is I don't care about off the court issues. So I'm not going to talk about Kobe Bryant off the court stuff. I'm only talking basketball. And if you notice, I don't try to talk about mess off the court. I only talk about on the court stuff, whatever the sport is. If I have to talk about off the court stuff, it's because it's really important. So lately, the last couple of weeks, I see Kobe Bryant be on the news. And I saw Matt Barnes discuss Kobe, Tracy McGrady and D Wade talking about Kobe Bryant. And I wanted to discuss the topic too. It seems that Tracy McGrady said that if he was on the Lakers, that he still win. He was gonna win as much championship as Kobe Bryant because they practically equal, or he could be better or whatever. He has some stuff that Kobe cannot do, whatever. And D Wade said on his podcast, I watched his podcast as well, that they overrated Kobe Bryant role in his last championship. It was Paul Gasol. A lot of people thought that Paul Gasol should have been the MVP, not Kobe Bryant. And a lot of people took those things and went all the way. I see different podcasts, different people who, honestly, I think they hated Kobe Bryant. Said that he's overrated. See, Kobe Bryant is overrated, and it's because he's dead. That's why they said like he's the second greatest player or third greatest player of all time. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I was not a fan of Kobe Bryant because you know why I was not a fan of Kobe Bryant? Not because he was a bad basketball player. not because he was beating my team, but because I thought Kobe Bryant had a good chance to be greater than Michael Jordan. I saw the potential. I saw the flair. I saw the killer instinct, the fear he generated from opponents, fans of other teams. That's something I haven't seen from LeBron. So I thought that Kobe Bryant was overrated. Never. Kobe Bryant is not overrated. Actually, Kobe Bryant is underrated. Why Kobe Bryant is underrated? I think Kobe Bryant is a better basketball player than LeBron James. I'm sorry. Kobe Bryant wants to kill you. He's relentless. He's not here to be buddy. He's not trying to be your friend. He just wants to win. He's not afraid of the moment. He didn't have to go to another team to learn how to be a killer. He does not run away from hitting the shot. I watched the championship that he won with Shaq. I still think Shaq was the best player on the team. I still do. But Kobe Bryant was a killer in those championships, especially the championship against Philly. Against the Pacers in the first championship. I remember a game, Shaq was fouled out. Kobe Bryant was still a kid. He was still a kid. How old was he? Like 20, 21? Younger than Kuminga is right now. And he was killing. I thought the Pacers, I wanted the Pacers to win that championship. Because I thought Kobe Bryant could win like 7, 8 championships. And surpass Michael Jordan. In the play, not even the finals, in the playoff, Kobe Bryant hit some crazy great shots. As a hater of Kobe Bryant, you know how many times I root for a team to beat the Lakers and Kobe Bryant come in the clutch and hit the shots? Ask the Sacramento players. Ask Chris Webber. Ask Mike Bibby. Ask Jason Williams. Ask Doug Christie. Sacramento Kings. Even though the referees helped the Lakers. Ask the San Antonio Spurs. Kobe Bryant is underrated. I think Kobe Bryant is the second or third greatest basketball player of all time. Better than LeBron James. It's either him or Kareem for second place. Depends on the day. I could say Kobe today. I could say Kareem the next day. Kobe Bryant is underrated. After he died, a lot of people, after someone died, for like a couple minutes, people were like, oh my God, I was the biggest fan. Oh, a guy, whatever. I never hated Kobe Bryant, but I respected and feared Kobe Bryant. But a lot of people, just because they want to boost their guy, they want to demean someone. I saw Jeff Teague said today that Kobe Bryant is overrated as a defender. Hey, I was going to talk about this. I was even expecting it. I was browsing. I was like, oh, what else should I talk about? But Kobe Bryant. And I see that Jeff Teague said Kobe Bryant has like 2 years that he was great, all defense. But all the years where he was overrated on defense. I wonder, would Jeff Teague said the same thing if Kobe Bryant was still alive? I don't see that happening. Kobe was guarding some of the best players in the NBA. I remember Kobe Bryant guarding LeBron, and LeBron was afraid to shoot and passing the ball. In the All-Star game, Kobe had to tell LeBron, shoot, man, shoot. Everybody was on LeBron in the All-Star game. Just shoot, man. People are going to forget that. So, the Black Mamba is not overrated. He's underrated. You know what's not overrated? It's the WNBA. If you're not watching this season, you're missing a lot. Today I watched the Valkyries, an expansion team, dismantle the Fever. And are they going to say Caitlin Clark is overrated? I don't think Caitlin Clark is overrated, but I think she's not as good as people think she is. Some people say that she's the greatest basketball women player of all time. I don't see it. But we need to enjoy the season because there could be a lockout. There could be a lockout next season. Unfortunately, last Thursday, I forgot to talk about the 3 expansion teams that the WNBA just had it. There's going to be a team in Philadelphia for the first time. The WNBA is back in Cleveland. And in Cleveland and in Detroit. Detroit Shock, I remember winning couple of season with Katie Smith, Swin Cash, Deanna Lowland, Cheryl Ford, Playette Pearson, Katie Smith. Yeah. And Cleveland Rockers, they had Melika Jones. What's her name? I forgot her name. But I remember Melika Jones for the Cleveland Rockers. So with all that, there's expansion teams, there's ticket sales still up, not as up as it was last season because Caitlin Clark is playing terrible and has been hurt. But WNBA is making some money. But players said, we want more money. The top players want money. I was reading an article just the other day saying that WNBA, if there is a lockout, the WNBA can afford a lockout. The WNBA players want to make $1 million annually. I think the highest player is Brianna Stewart. I think she's making 280 something. I think last time I checked. They want to make $1 million annually. I had a show where I discussed where WNBA was still losing money even though Cleveland Clark was there last season. Even though attendance is up, there are more outlets showing WNBA players because I see it on CBS. I did see ABC showing it. ABC, ESPN, NBA TV. Hey, if you can get a WNBA season pass, that's very cheap. You should get that. Ion. They even though there's a licensing contract, brands are showing up. There's brands on shirts. The WNBA is still losing money. The NBA is siphoning money to the WNBA. And I think the main reason why WNBA players want that money this much is because they saw the NBA players getting paid. They saw Jokic, $60 million a year. And he's probably going to get an extension. He's probably going to make $80 million a year. Jaylen Brown, 60, 70 million a year. Wow. Tatum, 70 million a year. SGA, $75 million a year. Wow. That's crazy for shooting a basketball. Teachers, doctors are not making that much money. Let me say that. People, teachers, I know teachers who are watching me or listening to me, they will want to make that money. Then I know when I was living in Texas, teachers were making $30,000 a year. So I think that's one of the reasons why the WNBA opt out of the CBA and want a new one. And they want revenue sharing, they want salary cap percentage, they want licensing contract, they want merchandise royalties, they want retirement benefits. So I'm not an accountant. I'm not an accountant. I've taken classes in college, accounting. What's the class name? Oh my God. What's the course name? Oh man, I forgot the name. It's a course about probabilities and stuff. I work for an accountant when I was doing my master's. Yeah, I worked for an accountant for like 2 years. And yeah. When you are in the red, you don't spend money. You try to make money to get out of the red. And I'm not going into politics like this country right now, who's spending a lot of money, a big, beautiful, a lot of money, and not making money. And WNBA is starting to make money. And I think that's a big mistake of the WNBA players. I can understand that You see all those NBA players making a lot of money. But it's been years to the NBA. Been there. Years. Years. And people are starting to watch WNBA. I remember when I was watching WNBA and people were telling me, what are you watching? And it was on ESPN2. Sometimes on ESPN2. And I remember I couldn't watch the finals one time because it was not on TV. So you're just starting to make money. You just started to get charter jets. Owners want benefits. That's why a lot of players were not happy that those expansions, because they said, oh, they need more roster spots. They need salary increase. Which one is it? Which one do you want? I think that's the right time to have expansions while the iron is hot. And those cities, Shozens, have people love basketball there. And the WNBA players, some of them look greedy. I remember last season, I talked about injuries on your podcast with Dejounte Carrington, and she was saying that I have the quote here. Yeah, the CBA is coming up. We deserve more. Everybody. Well, we have to face the consequences. The women coming in next year, are probably be making more money than us. I got a gut in the meetings because I'm hearing, if you don't give us what we want, we're sitting out. Are we serious? Kelsey Mitchell, 249,244. Thank you, Khalil. Maybe that's the highest paying there. Yeah. I thought it was Brianna Stewart. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to check this again. I remember reading it was Brianna Stewart. Okay, Kelsey Mitchell is making some money. She didn't play like this today. She didn't play like that. She was terrible today. All those turnovers. Okay, the highest paid WNBA out there is Jackie Young. Okay, Kelsey Mitchell is second. Okay, yeah. So Jackie Young is 252, more than Anisha Wilson. Wow, that's crazy. She's getting more money than Asia Wilson. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, where's Brianna Stewart? I thought Brianna Stewart was the highest pair. Brianna Stewart is not even the top 5. Wow. Wait, where's Brianna Stewart? I don't see her. I have the list in front of me. Let me see. Brianna Stewart is not even the top 25 highest WNBA player. Wow, that's crazy. Interesting. As I was saying, Dejounte Carrington, who was the guest, like I mentioned, yeah, that's a possibility for real. It was kind of a possibility on the last one, but now with the leverage that we have right now, what leverage? Hey, if the WNBA go into lockout, I'm telling you, nobody's gonna miss WNBA. With the way Caitlin Clark is playing right now, too, she's horrible to watch. She's playing horrible. Hey, she's been exposed right now. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about WNBA like last year. And to be honest, Paige Bucker is better than Caitlin Clark. What leverage do they have? Nobody is begging for WNBA. Trust me. Leagues, even though lockouts happens often, I can understand if there's lockout because there's like 6 lockouts in the NFL. How many lockouts in the NBA? 3? No, 4. 4 in the baseball and 4 in NHL. But WNBA, you don't want a lockout. You're fragile. It's fragile. You're trying to have a pulse. This is not the time to have a lockout. It's just a time where women basketball is going crazy. It's gonna be a time next year, but we deserve it. Wait, who won the college basketball? I don't even remember. Oh, Connecticut. Pittsburghers. There's not a lot of hypes about women playing basketball as last season. Last season was the best season for women basketball in a long time. People might hate it or not. I think the injuries, Kane Clark, rivalry or drama is good. And I was waiting for Kane Clark to pick injuries on her team, but I'm glad she didn't pick her. It was cringy to see her face when the anchor Malika Andrews, I think that's her name, mentioned her name, and you saw Caitlin Clark cringe, and it's weird to see all those Clark fans on the comments. The injuries. That's an obsession. So, but it's good for the WNBA. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. I hope it's a healthy rivalry. By the way, Angel Reese is playing better than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark fans, you have to acknowledge that Angel Reese is playing better basketball than Caitlin Clark. Okay. She's shooting 29% from 3. 29%. And I was watching a website of a guy. I was watching a podcast where the guy said, with two podcasts. One said Caitlin Clark is the best shooter in the WNBA. No, she's not. No, she's not. And Caitlin Clark is going to shoot 50%. Let me get back on top. The WNBA cannot afford a lockout. You are no momentum. Neneka, I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Neka Agumike, president of WNBA PA, please don't let the WNBA go on a lockout. You don't want the people to move on. American people move on quickly. I'm telling you, we see it in politics, we see it in sports. Well, not. Well, we see it in sports somewhat. I mean, there's still gonna be Michael Jordan fans because we old like me. Gonna see the LeBron James fans, and when LeBron is right, we're gonna see the new generation who like, oh, he's not as good as LeBron, not Curry, as Jordan, whatever. But people move on. People move on from Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, now Mahomes. Now people want to move on from Mahomes. And I saw an idiot say Patrick Mahomes is in Wizard Jordan Day. You on all-time high. The ratings are up. You're on CBS, you're on ABC, you're on ESPN, you're on NBA TV. Those outlets gonna move on. And next season you're gonna be on NBC. So you don't want to work stoppage. You're gonna be on Amazon Prime. I know. See, I know why they want that money, because the WNBA is gonna get all that money, $200 million a year for 11 years. That's why the players want a part of the pie, and I still think that's a mistake. You know what? You know what? You know one team. If I'm a WNBA player, I would want to play for. It's the Golden State Valkyries. That owner, he's gonna make money, man. He's gonna make profit. Joe Lacob is gonna make profit, bro. That team is already the #1 team in the WNBA in making money. Their value is already at 500 million. 500 million. I think they're gonna steal some players. I'm telling you, they're gonna steal some players. I know AJ Wilson is gonna be free agent soon, and his team suck. The Aces suck, and she hurt her wrist. And I don't know if the Aces is gonna make the playoff. I don't know if the Fever is gonna make the playoff the way they're playing. So I know the Fever is like 2 or 3 because of clock. So they making money because they always packed. Aces packed. They're starting to make money. Attendance is there. Maybe I cannot blame them. I saw Clayton Clark on live on Instagram say the only time the players make money is Commissioner Report Cup. What? What is she talking about? The players want an equity-based model that grows and evolves with the league, increased business success. The league is not a success yet. Other areas that the union would like to see improve include salaries, like I said, retirement benefits, and childcare and family planning benefits. Okay. I kind of agree with retirement benefits and childcare and family planning benefits, because childcare is, I think those women should not put on hold having children. If they want to have children, they can have children, but they need childcare and family planning benefits. I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. But it's a risk. It's a risk that I would not have taken. I would have waited until the CBA expire. Maybe they don't want to. They think that, okay, that's not gonna happen. Maybe the WNBA player is taking a risk because they know they have Unrivaled, and I know there's another league. They have like 2 leagues in the off season. They can make that much money, and Unrivaled, they're gonna have a lot more players next season, and they're gonna have a lot more money because the number of sponsors and very high quality sponsors that they have. I don't think some players are not gonna miss the WNBA, and that's why one fan accused Brianna Stewart in the physical year on X or Twitter of not negotiating in good faith. And Nafisia Collier answered, she said, let me get this straight. While everyone else was enjoying fireworks, we were thinking about how me and Stewie, of all people, are conspiring to force a lockout that will result in less money year-round for WNBA players. The lady that tweeted that, maybe she's wrong, but she has a good point too. I don't know if Nafisia Collier and Brianna Stewart are conspiring, but it's beneficial for them if there's a lockout. Some people are gonna be thirsty of basketball. Some players, they don't want to play WNBA and then unrival the same season. Like AJ Wilson didn't play. Kaden Clark didn't play. So they might be eager to play next season. So it's a win-win for unrival. At the conclusion, WNBA is in a row. I think last season was highest peak. I think this season it went down a little bit. There's less hype about Kaden Clark because she's been horrible. Last season she was better. This season she's horrible. Horrible from three. She's a turnover machine. She needs to evolve her game. I think her handles are suspect. And I watch Paige Burker. Paige Burkers, I think, was better college. She was hurt. She was just hurt. College basketball player. I think she's gonna at the end of the career. Paige Burker might finish as the better basketball player. So I would advise the WNBA, don't go into lockout. Owners, you don't want your team to fold. You're starting to make money. You invested your money. Players. A lot of less players go overseas now because a lot of sponsors. I've seen a lot of commercials of Cassie Plum, AJ Wilson, UNESCO, the physio color is signed with Jordan Brand. A lot of those ladies are on Jordan Brand. Sabali, Jordan Canada. Who else is on Jordan Brand? Oh, what's her name? She's on the Sparks. Embry, Jerica Embry. A lot of those are brands because you were playing. And if you're not playing, nobody's going to see you. Nobody's going to want to do commercials. You're on a roll. So both the league, the owners, and the players, you have invested interest not to let a lockout happen. So that'll be all for tonight. I watched the Liberty. They really missed Jonquel Jones. They will miss Jonquel Jones. And before I forget, look at the bottom of the screen. Don't miss the box out. Thursday at 8 on this YouTube channel. Don't miss it. That's a good show, but might be a better show than me because I'm gonna be in the comment messing with those guys. Jimmy really missed Jonquel Jones, Liberty. They really miss him, miss her. That's a player that underestimated for some time, but seems like Bonner, Diana Bonner went to the Mercury. She played today. Good for her. She's playing with her fiance or wife, whatever. She playing for a better team, and I guess she's gonna be happy in Phoenix. Whatever. I think Minnesota might win the championship. I think Nafizia Kali is the MVP. I think Nakase is the coach of the year. Fever was my pick to go to the finals. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoff because I watched them play today. That was embarrassing. Mitchell couldn't buy a basket. Boston not aggressive. Killing clock. She hasn't played for like 5, 6 games, so she might be rusty. But I think the coach last season was better for offense. This season, Indiana Fever defense is better, but they cannot score the basketball. So the season is not over. They need to resolve it, solve it. I saw the Sky struggling last season, and they win a championship. So it's all about making the playoff and then get better. So right now, I think Minnesota is the best team. Nafizia is the MVP. Nafizia Collier, the MVP. So watch the WNBA. We're still gonna look out for Kuminga. What's going on? It's a wait and see for the Warriors. Kobe is not overrated. Kobe is underrated. I think Kobe is like second or third greatest basketball player of all time. That'll be all for tonight. A lot of things to cover, hopefully, next week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for liking. See you next Thursday. Peace.
Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.